So now we are going to study about the strong and weak acids. Now what are strong acids and what are weak acids? We will study about it one by one. First is strong acids. Those acids which ionize fully in water to produce large number of H positive ions are called strong acids. So what are strong acids? Those acids which ionize fully. Ionize fully means which dissociate completely. For example, we are having HCl, then it dissociate completely into H positive and Cl negative. So that is what the ionized form or the ionization takes place. So fully in water to produce large number of H positive ion. When we dissolve the acid in water, then it ionizes and forms H positive ions. Such acids are called the strong acids. Examples are HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, HBr. That is hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid and hydrobromic acid. Next are what are weak acids? Those acids which ionize partially in water to produce small number of H positive ions are called weak acids. So what are weak acids? Those acids when we dissolve it in water, then they ionize partially, mean to say they do not fully ionize. For example, this will be more clear to you when you see this equation which I have written here. For weak acids, we are discussing the case of weak acids. Here HX is an acid which ionize partially. Partially we make a sign of this arrow. So what does it forms? H positive and X negative ions are formed. H positive and X negative ions are formed. Partially dissociate means what, beta? Here H positive ions are formed, X negative ions are formed. Along with it, HX is also formed in this solution, and hence this is a partial dissociation. But in case of strong acids, what happens? HX completely breaks down into H positive and X negative ions when they are dissolved in water. When acid is dissolved in water, then it completely dissociate into H positive and X negative ions. But in case of weak acid, there is what the partial dissociation takes place. And the examples of weak acids are acetic acid, formic acid, citric acid, sulfurous acid, tartaric acid, carbonic acid are the weak acid. These are some examples of the weak acids. Our next topic is concentrated and dilute acids. We have discussed about the strong and weak acids. Now we will discuss about the concentrated and dilute acids. Before studying it, I will discuss about what is a concentrated solution and what is a dilute solution. Now, concentrated solution. It is a solution in which large amount of solute is dissolved in less amount of water. That is what a solvent. So when large amount of solute, here we will see as we are discussing the case of acid, so the acid will be in the large amount and the solvent, that is water, will be in the less amount. So concentrated solution are what? In which the solute is present in large amount and solvent is present in less amount. I think this you have already studied in 9th class also. Then dilute solution. It is a solution in which a small amount of solute is dissolved in large amount of solvent, or we can say the water. So when the solute is in small amount and solvent is in large amount, these are known as the dilute solutions. Now we will discuss about the concentrated acids and the dilute acids. So what are concentrated acids? Concentrated acid is one which contain minimum possible amount of water in it. So when we dissolve more amount of acid in minimum amount of water, then it is known as concentrated acid. Here in the form of equation also I have written concentrated acid is equal to more amount of acid plus less amount of water. This will be easy for you to learn. When you have learned this or when you have understood this, then you can easily write the definition. Dilute acids. A dilute acid is one which contains much more of water in it. Mean to say, dilute acids are those in which more amount of water is present and less amount of acid is present. So when less amount of acid is dissolved in more amount of water, then dilute acids are formed. How to dilute the acids? We will take the concentrated one, beta. this concentrated acid we will take and dissolve in more amount, or we can say more amount of water, then we can dilute the acids, or that acid is called the diluted one. Now how to dilute the acid I will discuss with you in the next topic, that is what the diluting acids, how to dilute the acids, and what are the steps which you have to follow when you are diluting the acids. First of all, beta, first point is what the dilute acid is obtained by mixing the concentrated acid with water. That I have already discussed with you, that we will take the concentrated acid and mix it in the water. Second is this process is highly exothermic. Exothermic is what? Large amount of heat is produced, mean to say heat is produced, and those reactions are called exothermic reactions. So when heat is produced, that reaction is exothermic reaction. So in this, when we dilute the acids, beta, the process is highly exothermic. The test tube, or we can say the beaker or the conical flask, whichever you are taking to dilute the acid, becomes hot. So we have to add drop by drop the acid in the water. This you will see in the next step. The dilution of acid should always be done by adding concentrated acid to water. By adding the concentrated acid to water gradually with stirring, and not by adding water to concentrated acid. Not by adding water to concentrated acid. So this is a main step which you have to keep in your mind, that when we are diluting the acids, what we have to do, we have to always add concentrated acid to water. Never add the water to concentrated acid. This will be very, very harmful, because when you are doing this, your test tube can break, the beaker you can break, or the conical flask can break, and the acid will splash on you, and it can burn your skin also and burn your clothes also. It will be very, very harmful. So when you are doing this, you have to always add concentrated acid to water. For this, for more understanding, I have drawn here diagram also. I have taken beta the conical flask in which I have added the water. Now how to add the acid? If for example we are taking here the concentrated sulfuric acid, so with the help of a dropper you will take it out, then by drop you will add it, and you have to shake the conical flask. You have to shake the conical flask like this, so that the heat is evenly spread, and you will see that the conical flask will become warm when you are adding this drop by drop. So drop by drop, adding concentrated acid to water with constant stirring. So this is how we have to do the dilution of the acids. Note I have written here, if you add water to concentrated acid, then large amount of heat is evolved. When you add water to concentrated acid, large amount of heat is evolved at once, and the solution may boil violently and can splash the acid on your face or clothes and cause acid burns. This is very explosive. So this is very, very harmful. Don't do this. Always you have to add the acid in water. So this is all about the acids. In the next lecture we will study about the bases. So thank you.